Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The situation on the Ukrainian front is very tense. That's according to Alexander Sirsky, is that what his name is? The commander of the ground forces of Ukraine. Now, if they say is very tense, that means is desperate. I have two articles, one by Ukrainska Pravda with what the Ukrainians report on the situation on the front, which is, as I said, very tense. And then we have, and it tells us two locations, Bakhmut and Sivershchyna fronts, very tense. And the other one is a report from a German reporter via Russia Today telling us that actually the situation on the front is dramatic. Now, let's start with the Ukrainian article from Ukrainska Pravda, and it says, Ukraine Ground Forces Commander. Situation on Sivershchyna and Bakhmut fronts is very tense. This is from Monday, 22nd, 2024. And they would be located right here. This is the map of Ukraine. This is in Donetsk. And the Bakhmut. Bakhmut is here, where is so-called Artemovsk by the Russians, Bakhmut. So, and this area is very tense. Now, I can look at this one right here, and that's very bad, I would say, right here, as well as this right here, as well as Kupiansk right here. So I think, and if Marinka, again, Avdiivka right here is bad, then I would go in Marinka, which is already conquered. So the whole front here from Donetsk, so exclude Zaporozhye from Donetsk, from Marinka up, I would say, until right here in Kupiansk, in Kharkov, that's bad. All this fertile crescent is bad, to call it that way. So let's see what else Sirsky has to say. This is General Sirsky. This is a guy, I think, in between Zaluzny and Zelensky with his allegiance. I just have a gut feeling about that. Why? Because Zelensky came and saw Sirsky but didn't go and see Zaluzny when they were in a little spot. That tells me that this is Zelensky's guy, but also he is under the command of Zaluzny as well on a military line. The situation on the Sivershchyna. Okay, well, let's see where Sivershchyna is. So Sivershchyna and Slobozashchyna directions are right here across from Sumy, this direction over here. Every time I do right here, it's going to be this area right here across from Sumy. So in the big scheme of things, I'm going to show you the other map right here. In this area right here, this is where they say it's this in Bakhmut area. So this area is shown by the other map. All right, let's go back to the article. And Bakhmut fronts remain extremely tense, with Russian forces extensively deploying artillery, mortars, and attack drones, and undertaking assaults. Alexander Sirsky, commander of the ground forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, in Telegram. Sirsky said that brigade commanders fighting on the Sivershchyna and Bakhmut fronts reported to him their assessment of the situation on the ground and made proposals regarding further actions. He added that decisions were made that will help make defense more efficient and addressed the issue that had come up. So, as I said, is right here. Let me put a map, make it like that, zoom. So in this area here, and this is, I don't see because of my melon. Let me get myself out. Right there. So in this area, which is Bakhmut area here, and the other one is here, where they say across Sumy, according to that map that I was looking for. Where is that? Now this right here, that is a different one. It's by Kharkiv in this area, and Sumy. Where's the other one? This right here. So let's see, PAM, and it gets me to the area across from Sumy when it says at Sivershchyna and Slobozashchyna directions, pop. This is the area. All right, well, if that's the first article that I want to discuss. And then the other one is coming from the German, right? From the German reporter. Where is it? Right here. Russia Today, January 21st, that's from yesterday. Frontline situation dramatic for Ukraine, German reporter. Forces severely lack ammunition and manpower, according to the Welt correspondent in Kiev. The situation on the front lines is becoming increasingly disadvantageous for Ukraine, a Kiev-based correspondent with German daily Die Welt reported this week. Ukrainian troops severely lack ammunition and personnel to fend off Russian attacks, according to Paul Ronsheimer. I don't like that. Citing generals and soldiers whom he has constantly been in contact with. And quote, Kiev troops have largely gone on a defensive following the failure of their much-hyped summer counteroffensive. The operation, which began in early June 2023, failed to gain much. Okay. Russian Defense Ministry has previously estimated Ukraine's losses during the failed counteroffensive at 160,000. Moscow also described Kiev's total losses throughout the conflict as catastrophic, estimating that nearly 400,000 soldiers have been killed or wounded since February 2022. Late last year, Kiev intensified its mobilization effort in a bid to replenish their troop pool. They want 500,000 recruits. Now, according to Rosenheimer, mobilization isn't working, end quote. Ukraine has also been flooded with reports about difficult situation at the front lines, the report said, without mentioning any particular news pieces. Kiev's forces were also about to run out of ammunition for its Western-made air defense systems, such as American Patriot, he noted, characterizing the situation as a major concern for the local population. Ukrainian, and I'm quoting, generals and soldiers also told the correspondent that the frontline situation is extremely tense. So where is the other one? Right there. Extremely tense. Let me close these guys out. Just bother me here. And this one too. Particularly near the Donbas city of Avdiivka, a strategic location north of Donetsk. Now, Avdiivka is south of Bakhmut, is the one that I said it should be concerning because it's surrounded. This is the one right here, encircled almost. I would say it's already done, but I've been saying this for some time and these guys don't give me the news yet. They withhold it from me. Okay, not that one. This right here. So the Ukrainian generals want more mobilization efforts, Ronsheimer wrote, adding that they want to send more soldiers in the fray. In another report earlier this week, the correspondent noted the Ukrainian troops had taken to the defensive along the entire front line in the east and in the south and were still struggling to hold ground. Moscow troops launched massive attacks in 80 areas along several hundred kilometers of the front, he added. And I'm quoting again. We keep hearing the messages from the soldiers, which become more dramatic, Ronsheimer reported, adding that Kiev's troops had warned they would hardly be able to defend their current positions with whatever they had in stock as of the moment. It will be very difficult for Ukrainian troops to hold Avdiivka in the long term, since Moscow's forces were making steadily progress in that area, Ronsheimer said. The Russians, and I'm quoting, are on the offensive there and are making progress meter by meter. He added, while noting that such advances are still quite costly for Moscow. So here it is. Those guys say the situation is tense. This guy says the situation is dramatic. So both reports are not positive towards the outcome of whatever the Ukrainians are conducting over their defensive operations. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.